With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio, from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Spare Time, sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here are your hosts, Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. As always, just wrapped up with Takedown Tuesdays with Ridge Lovett. And we got more student-athlete shows as fall is officially back in swing. We got Husker football this week. Husker volleyball already off to a 2-0 start. And we got the Bowlers back in Lincoln, Nebraska. We got Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr back for their show, Spare Time. Guys, how's it going?
It's going great.
Yeah, pretty good. No complaints. Happy to be here.
How was the summer? Big things over the summer that you guys all did. I know we talked a little bit off air with you, Jillian. Had a trip to Guatemala. I'm sure we'll get to that at some point, but give me a little breakdown of the summer.
I did a lot of relaxing, recovering. This is the first summer where I haven't really bowled anything at all other than just practicing. And so that was pretty nice just to be able to rest my body, but also be able to practice and work on different things.
Yeah, I competed a lot most of the summer, so went out on the professional tour a little bit. Got in some more reps out there, continued practicing. Like we just kind of talked about, I was just recently went to Guatemala with Junior Team USA, so that was a really fun experience. Got to go on vacation as well, which I haven't done in a few years, so that was definitely really nice to just kind of sit out by the beach. My family and I went to Barbados. But yeah, it was an awesome summer. I think overall, though, just really excited to be back in Lincoln, back in the school year, but more importantly, back in the bowling alley, back putting in work. New team, new faces, and I think it's going to be a really good one.
And then how many, well, I guess you guys are pretty much all back. Have you guys done a whole lot? When does the actual team stuff start for all you guys? Restart getting together and practicing and all that?
I think
Next
next week. Yeah.
We have a meeting Friday, but
Yeah.
So it's pretty early into the school year,
Yeah,
right?
we don't do a whole lot of actual practice stuff. It's more like meetings, stuff like that. Obviously, the way the hours rolls work and all that stuff is crazy. Could talk about it for hours, but we'll kind of get a little bit into practice, some lifts throughout the week, and then just more team meeting, classroom-oriented things to kind of get us going. We're all, not all, but a decent amount of us were at dinner tonight too.
Yeah.
So already been hanging out.
yeah,
I was gonna
practicing
ask-
or at least in there.
Yeah.
Just seeing each other a lot already, even though it's the second day.
Yeah.
Do you
it's
guys
actually
stay
cool.
connected a lot over the summer, like just through text and all that stuff, or now just kind of catching all up now that you're back in Lincoln?
Instagram reels and TikTok.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Instagram Reels.
yeah.
Or it's just like, oh, I see something and I'm like, oh, let me send this.
Yeah, I feel like we talk a little bit here and there, but I also think that the summer kind of flies by sometimes. And then
Yeah.
also, like, we'll see each other at different periods throughout the summer.
Mhm.
So I went to Junior Team USA camp, and Karina's also on Junior Team USA. So I saw her there, hung out. When we were at one of the bigger youth tournaments, Haley was still eligible, so she was there. So I saw Haley. Like, I've seen a decent amount of people
Yeah.
throughout the summer. And then people have stopped back in throughout the summer too. Like Brenna and Desiree and Ashton have been here almost all summer. So I've been able to see them too because I was here. But yeah.
Biggest things over the summer that you guys, well, let me rephrase this. End of the year, I'll say it again, obviously fantastic bowling season. And I asked, both you guys this, and Caleb Restrada and Anna Cowan, what was kind of the mindset after the end of the season, and what's the mindset right now that we're finally over the summer and you guys not going to get necessarily ready, but you're starting to meet up and get at least into the mindset of competing?
I don't know if this is ambitious, but my mindset is just, what do we need to do differently this year to win a national championship? Obviously, we put ourselves in a good position. Things didn't necessarily go our way. I feel like we did well. We excelled as a team. We had a really great season as a whole.
I mean, it's semifinals, if I remember right.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were Final Four. So it was a lot of fun. I think we ended up finishing third. Yeah.
Yeah,
beat
third.
Wichita. We finished third. A lot of fun. Great season. Great people. But what were we missing last year that we need to do differently this year when we jump back into it? That's kind of where my mind is. And the
Yeah.
mindset, especially during this time of like development before season
I
starts.
think it's also a lot easier for me to like knowing that I've been through a season, so it's like, okay, I know what I did last year, but like what do I need to do?
Yeah.
Like where I'm not completely new to the college scene. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here?
Hmm. If anything, too, I think even with our team this year, last year we were definitely more underclassmen dominant.
Mhm.
And now, even though we still have the 3 who were freshmen last year that are sophomores, our 4 that were sophomores are now juniors. So we are back to upperclassmen dominant. And I feel like that
Mhm.
will help us just with overall confidence in the way we carry ourselves and just knowing what's required of us, what we need to do on a day in, day out basis. And then just the experience that those 3 between Kayla, Haley, and Karina got last year, I think it's really going to help just also out on the lanes, knowing what's required, knowing what they
Yeah.
need to do, and just also I think settling those nerves. We talked about it quite a bit
Mhm.
last year where it's just like you don't necessarily know. It can feel hard. Bowling's a very individual sport before you get to the collegiate level. But now I feel like we're back and we're ready.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Well, I'll ask you. You had the mindset of thinking, what do we need to do different? Did you come to any sort of conclusion yourself?
Oh, I mean, I think there's been some talks about just based on stats from last year.
Mhm.
We're a sport that's very stats heavy, and thankfully we have access to those things. And so I think based on that, um, we'll kind of use that to guide us going into this season. I'm not totally sure what that looks like. I think that's what our coaches have been looking at. And
Yeah.
we'll probably talk about it and just see where we need to go. So I'm not really there yet, but it's more just of that, like, all right, before we actually get into the swing of things and we get into our full time where we're in practicing every day and doing all this stuff, what's our focus going to be and how do we basically take that and make it
Yeah.
so that we can be better there?
Just being intentional with the time that we do get with the coaches and just figuring out what's going to make us kind of get over that hump.
Yeah.
And then what about like last year? How much of it do you think was just reps and getting experience? Because if I'm right, Caleb was the only senior,
And Anna.
and Anna.
Yeah.
That's right, Anna as well.
Yeah.
And then she could have had another year, but then with the injury side
Yeah.
not to.
Yeah.
So, really young team. How much of it for you guys do you think is just continuing to trust what you guys have been doing and then doubling down on it, just hoping reps maybe pay off?
Yeah, I think the reps were important, especially in the first semester, just kind of understanding like, okay, this is how it works. Like, I need to throw good shots here and like just understanding the way that that works. But then I think that kind of helped more in the second part of the season, just knowing what's expected of me.
Yeah, I think that's a really big thing. I had a lot of nerves as a freshman, but I think even the first semester is obviously going to be the biggest period for like learning growth and I think
Mhm.
settling in. But I think it does help that you guys have now experienced a national championship and what that feels like because the
Yeah.
nerves are almost, in my opinion, at
They're
a
way
different level
harder.
there. Yeah, there's just a lot more there. You care a lot for the team. You've been working at it all year and you know that's the goal. And so it can be really hard to go into that position as a freshman. But I think now knowing that, especially between the 3 of you, all 3 very strong players, I think it's going to help us a lot.
And then what about you yourself as a senior? What's kind of the last growth for you in the college level? Obviously, I imagine you want to keep going on after with the career you've had, but what are you really looking to polish? Obviously, you want to win. You want a championship at the end of the year, but you personally, what's the goal for your senior year?
I think to that, I don't know how to phrase it, but it would be something along the lines of making sure that I can transfer the things that I know into the players on the team right now so that our culture and the community that we've built continues once I'm gone to set them up best for following season.
Sophomore season. What
Mhm.
about you? What are you looking forward to? Now that you kind of mentioned already, you got through somewhat of the learning curve, just like getting used to the college level at bowling. What's sophomore year goals?
I think just going out there and being more confident and just being able to go out there and bowl and also be there for our freshmen.
How many freshmen you got?
Just
2.
2.
Just two.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember how many do you have on the entire roster?
11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the max roster limit you can have in bowling?
11.
11.
11. It almost seems kind of small. I'm surprised you guys don't get a little bit bigger of teams. How deep do you go in those bowling teams where you're having? I know every now and then you'll rotate players in.
Mhm.
How deep does Coach Klumpet usually go?
Well, we can only play 5 at a time, and then we usually only travel 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it comes down to it, it ends up making sense. Because if you only travel 8, then it's almost like, okay, it's good to have 11.
Yeah, and if you get any more, they're just gonna be sitting around,
Yeah,
not
so
doing a whole
it's
lot
just like it
anyways.
kind of sucks. So I feel like it's a good number to kind of be at, and just
Mhm.
for like team chemistry and everything, we have at least a few people in each class, so we
Yeah.
all kind of have our people we live with and get along with well. So I think that helps.
Mhm.
And then some other news, just stuff that's happened over the course of this summer. We'll talk about the conference that you guys are now attached to, which I think we talked about that quite a bit between both shows about if that would
Mhm.
ever be a thing for Nebraska. Also, Coach Klempa, I think he got a nice extension, I believe, as well. What about Coach Klempa? I think nobody has any problems with that man getting an extension. I think every single year you guys have made it to postseason.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Only bowling program to do so, which is incredible. What about Coach Klempa's program? Like, what keeps you guys just at a dominant level? Maybe not winning every year, but from you guys, you've been there 2 years, you're a senior now. What's the culture at Nebraska bowling that I think it just produces winners?
I think if anything, it's just the discipline
Mhm.
that he enforces and just make sure that we have. Whether or not we are in the right ball or doing the right things, he wants us to always be shot makers and he wants us to always shoot our spares well.
Yeah.
And so just being able to kind of emulate that in practice and then work on the mechanics behind that to make sure that can happen. I think it just sets up really well for a successful team. Obviously, he does stuff on the mental end that helps us perform. But I think just the culture of Nebraska bowling, even from Straub and his years as an assistant coach to now being a head coach, it's just really centered around discipline and
Yeah.
making those shots, and I think that helps us.
He has high expectations for us, but he also has a lot of belief in us too, and so that make knowing that he believes so much in us helps us go out there and compete better.
What's like the freshman experience when you do meet Coach Klempa? You guys remember?
Oh, he's funny.
Yeah.
He like a
Like
dry
he's
humor type of guy is what I
like
get
a
out of him.
dad. Like he makes dad jokes. We were talking about grown-ups movies today, like Adam Sandler movies in his office. Like he's just very, I don't know, calm, I guess. He's not like very loud ever.
Which is always intriguing because it seems like a lot of times like the greatest coaches are very belligerent and maybe not in a bad way, but they're on top of you. Like they let you know. You think of like what Nick Saban was, but then every now and then you get like a Tom Osborne who's more laid back, or you get a Coach Klempa who's more laid back. Jillian, what's your experience with Coach Klempa? Like that freshman year in particular, because it's always interesting that kind of leadership. Again, where you got a guy who's just or guy or girl who just wins all the time, but does it with a gentle hand.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I honestly nothing comes straight to mind. He was funny, he would make jokes.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like that's almost his way of, like, getting you acclimated and comfortable.
Definitely.
And so I feel like there's always something to talk about on that end. But I felt like he was always willing to have a conversation, whether it was about bowling or anything else. And I don't know, it just felt like a really comfortable space
Yeah.
to be in. So I don't totally remember any specifics on that end. But even on my visit, like, had a lot of good conversations, just talking back and forth. But ever since I met him, and I've always said like the people on my visit really made me feel at home here.
It was
And
on that visit when you were. You have like a chaperone when you did your visit? One of the bowlers walk you around.
it was actually Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I just always felt like he was a good guy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you just look at his resume,
oh yeah,
it seems like a pretty good university to go and
yeah,
bowl at.
pretty decent.
Yeah, very decent at that. What about just other fun things outside of bowling that you guys did? As we got a little bit left here on this first segment, maybe about like 7 minutes.
This summer?
Yeah, over the summer, vacations. Maybe you
Yeah.
got a new dog. Maybe you got the
I
TikTok
wish.
followers up to 1,000.
Ooh,
No, I'm
oh,
getting more though. I think I'm up to 260 maybe?
Are you actually posting, or what? Had something viral? No, just slowly, randomly.
260 vol.
I
You're
was
not
at like
even.
250.
Oh gosh.
We were actually live last night on TikTok on Abby's account. But no, just vacation, went to Florida. That was fun. Watched like some baseball games. That was pretty cool. Trying to think of what else
What'd
we
you do in
did.
Florida?
Just like hung out at the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play games.
Yeah. Spend time with my family.
Favorite food you ate in Florida?
We went to this one place and I just had a really good cheeseburger.
Nice.
That was a nice, simple, calm vacation.
I love
right there.
cheeseburgers. Coach always like makes like he'll be like, "Oh, you get a cheeseburger again?" And I'm like, "Yep." Every time we
Funny.
travel.
That is funny.
Can't go wrong with it. That's
Yeah.
always a good answer. What? How big is your family?
Just me and my parents.
Just
I'm the
you?
only child.
Oh,
I have
really?
a dog. We have a dog.
She
Okay.
wanted to bring him back.
I did want to bring him back to school.
I think she should have.
My parents won't let me.
What kind of dog is it?
He's a little Yorkie. It's like 9 pounds now.
How old?
Like 11.
Oh,
He's
okay.
kind of old.
Is it trained and everything?
Yeah, he just barks like a lot and like unprovoked and doesn't really like to be left alone. And I'm a little too busy.
Yeah,
Like he'll
that
just
can be
be at
tough.
the apartment the whole time, and I just kind of feel bad. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe it could change.
Maybe a surprise visit, at least. You can bring him
Mhm.
by the studio. DP will watch Yorkie. The
Exactly.
Yorkie. What's the name again?
His name's Coach.
Name's Coach.
Yeah.
Coach Yorkie. That's a
Mhm.
great dog name. Jillian, what about you? Vacations, Florida, anything like that, or cheeseburgers? I guess.
No cheeseburgers. My family and I went to Barbados. We did like an all inclusive.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about Barbados. You mentioned it before.
Yeah, it was,
What is that all like?
I don't know. It was my first time in the Caribbean. It was really different. Like, they tell the cultures and the buildings and everything. Not necessarily as nice as some of the infrastructure we have here. But the people were so amazing. Like, there were 2 parts of our resort. One of them was like an adults only side, and they had a really big pool, and the other side was like for kids and adults. But we had to cross the street to like get from one side to the other.
Mm.
And like everyone would just stop. Like, whatever. Like, they just let you cross the street. And it's like a busy street. Like,
Really?
yeah, it was kind of crazy. But so that was kind of awesome. It was also weird though too because their weather is so stable there. And so like our hotel didn't have doors. It was just like open. So like that was definitely a very weird experience. And then they also had like water sports you could do. So like I went water skiing in the ocean.
Have you ever done that before?
I've kind of water skied like on a lake, but I haven't ever been able to get up. It's the first time I like kind of got up.
That's so sick though.
Yeah.
Do it on the ocean.
Yeah, my mom and I went tubing on the ocean too. It was kind of crazy. So it was really fun. Had a good time. We took like the local bus into another town and we kind of walked around for a little bit. So there wasn't a whole lot there. There was a little bit, but I don't know. I had a really good time. It was nice to just relax. That's what I wanted. So
Culture
bad.
was nice though. People were nice.
Oh yeah, they were amazing.
It's always
Absolutely amazing
interesting. I
time.
never know.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned all the time about when I went to Iceland, the people weren't mean, but I'll never forget. Like, I felt like I had to apologize for being there. It's like
I feel
the tourism's really making you guys upset. I can tell.
I feel like Europeans do not like tourists.
I can't really like blame them honestly
I
though,
know.
because they became like if you're Paris, if you're
Yeah.
Iceland, like you just get people showing up all the time. I mean, they're enjoying
Yeah.
it, but I can see why you
So-
get a little annoying at times.
Whereas I think like the islands, especially down there, like they thrive off of their tourism. So
Mhm.
I think they're almost more accommodating and like willing. The other weird thing was like we ordered food the first day we were there, and like it probably took 45 minutes to get like a salad, and we were like, oh my god. And so I just think, but I think in other cultures, especially kind of in South America and I guess Central America, or not Central America, the Caribbean,
Mhm.
like they're just not as time dependent as we are here. Like we're like, oh, we need this and this and this. We need it by then.
Yeah, and we do it maybe a little bit too worse. I mean, our
Yeah.
stuff's not even real, so you can have it instantly. You don't even,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Jeez.
it could be raw, quote unquote, not cooked, but I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know exactly what I'm talking about. But anything else over the summer in terms of the actual bowling? I know, Kayla, you said you stayed away from it a little bit more.
Mhm.
Was that easier or hard to do?
At first it wasn't really like a choice, but after a while it was kind of like I was just easing back into it and making sure I was like coming back to bowling in like a smarter way, not just going from 0 games to like 20. So at first it was kind of hard. I don't know. Like at first I didn't have a choice, so it was hard, and then like over time it became easier.
Jill, what about you? Do you get any breaks? I mean, you had some vacations. Was it like, Barbados, they won back to the US, you're bowling? Or what did it look like for you over the summer?
I mean, here and there, I think I took the time off from Barbados, and then like I got back from Guatemala almost a week ago now, but I haven't bowled since. So I'll probably wait to bowl until I go to like Team USA camp next week, and then we'll have practice for school. So here and there, not like crazy long or anything, but a week here, 2 weeks there, on and off. But I had a good time. I felt like I wasn't overly jammed with travel, but still being able to go different places and do different things.
How
It
long
was
of a flight is
enjoyable.
Guatemala?
That depends on if you get diverted.
Did you get diverted?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, well, on the way out there, I flew through Houston, so it was 2.5 to Houston, 2.5 to Guatemala.
Where do you? What's the town city you landed in Guatemala?
Guatemala City.
Guatemala City.
Guatemala
Great name
City,
for it.
Guatemala.
I mean, we got Nebraska City.
Yeah.
You can't judge.
And then like the way back, it was Guatemala to O'Hare and Chicago, and that was supposed to be 4.5, but we ended up getting diverted to Indianapolis, so it took a lot longer because we had to spend the night.
What's the Guatemala culture like? Because you got back when? Not too long ago?
Not too long ago. Yeah, it was different. Like I said, there was a decent amount of crime there. Not that we saw, but like when we put our plans and everything into the US thing.
Right, you're gonna look at the statistics.
Yeah.
See what it looks like.
There's like the STEP program they have now too for going out of the country. So like the US Embassy knows you're out of the country if something were to happen.
I see.
So we like register with that, but they're like, oh, it's like a level 3 travel advisory for like crime.
Is you go higher, worse, or lower, worse?
I don't know. I think it's from 1
higher
to
is
5,
worse.
so I think it's in the middle.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's enough for you to just notice.
Yeah, just noticed. But so that was kind of different. As far as that end, there were like people standing outside of all the buildings and making sure that no one was going in that shouldn't have been, stuff like that. And then there were like a lot of street vendors just hustling all day.
Did you try any street vendor like food or anything like that?
Not in that end. Not food wise. There were a lot of street vendors selling like
Just random knickknacks or
random knickknacks, and then this guy would get back from the bowling and he'd be like, oh, I have Cartier and Ray-Bans and this and that. And I'm like, they're probably all knockoffs, but I was like, I respect the
100%.
hustle. Yeah.
All right,
Cool down.
interesting.
Yeah.
Guatemala, was that on the bucket list? Probably not. I can't imagine.
I think to an extent, not necessarily Guatemala, but I hadn't been to Central or South America. So I had wanted to obviously go. Well, I want to go to both eventually, but being able to go to one of the two, I was very excited for.
But what was the bowling alley like in Guatemala?
It was actually really nice. So
Yeah.
different. They had like a lot of food in there.
Is that a
there's
hotspot for bowlers at Central America? I have no idea.
No, not usually. It's more the Asian and European countries. But like they don't have air conditioning because once again, temperature controlled.
Right.
So thankfully it was like 70s when we went, so it wasn't bad, and they had the fans running, so it was all good. But I could only imagine on a really hot summer day.
Very interesting. That is Guatemala. How many teams were there? Sorry, I keep asking about Guatemala.
No,
I'm
you're
just a little bit
fine.
surprised at the
I
tournament.
think there really weren't that many teams there. There were only like 9 or 10 teams.
That like they happen yearly, or is it just Guatemala got the bid? Or
So it's every other year. It was a Pan American, so only
okay,
American countries. So
that
like
makes
Canada,
sense.
us, Mexico, Guatemala, Colombia, Peru, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico,
That
a
makes
bunch
sense.
of others. Yeah, so that's why it was kind of less than teams, and that's also why it was in Central America.
It's a cool experience,
the
though.
Americas.
I mean,
Yeah.
like how many people are going to go to Guatemala in their lifetime? Not very
Yeah,
many of
no.
us that live in the U.S. And you got that experience. Nonetheless, though,
Definitely.
we do got to throw it to break. I do want to talk about you guys joined the conference
Yes.
real quick. Was it surprised or not surprised?
Not surprised.
Not surprised. Okay, perfect. We'll talk about why you guys weren't surprised on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Spare time. And Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr, they are back. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwissow.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Back to Spare Time, sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here are your hosts, Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr.
Welcome back to Spare Time. This is Jillian Martin here with Kayla Starr.
Woo!
Yeah, you can call on the Starter Haven text line at, what's the number, Harrison?
402-464-5685.
Got us. Call that number. Watch. We'll be here.
Yeah, till 8.
Till 8, not 9. Ready to talk about our new conference, though.
Yeah, Conference
Excited?
USA. You guys did it. Well, I shouldn't say you did it. They're lucky to have you. But what's that like?
They kind of did it for us, I guess. I don't know. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to go somewhere new.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting. It's kind of nice to not have such a long... It was nice to have a long break in between regular season and postseason for the sake of recovery and like working on things, but it's also kind of nice to have a conference tournament to kind of prepare you because it's the same format for the Natty.
Because you guys had like, what, a month?
Yeah, a little over a
like
month.
kind of roughly around there before you
Yeah.
competed again.
Yeah.
And it's good not competing, but at the same time, you kind of get out of that, and then you basically go from not competing to bowling the most
important weekend of the year.
Yeah, and so there's a lot more nerves there, whereas
Mhm.
conference, it's like
Higher
obviously
stakes,
Yeah.
but also like it's not the end of the.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of them are the end of the world, but this one feels
Yeah.
a little less the end of the world.
Conference means a lot, and the pressure will still be there, but I think if anything, it'll give especially our younger players a chance to kind of
Mhm.
experience that pressure for the first time before going to natties and having it be, like, crazy. So I think it's gonna be a really good thing for us, especially leading up there. Also, too, just with showing everyone kind of where we're at before that postseason and being like, "All right, we're here, ready to play, ready to get some stuff done." So I think that's gonna be awesome as well.
Definitely, because like is anybody even really close? And I'm not trying to say that like tongue in cheek, but Conference USA is pretty well and above when it comes to bowling as the
Yeah.
best conference.
Yeah, like, all of the top tier teams are in there. I think most of the teams
In
I
the
think all the
past-
teams that were in the Final Four are in
Yeah,
Conference
except for us.
USA.
Yeah,
Except for
now
us,
we are.
and now we are. And same thing for years back. A lot of those top 4 teams have been or
Yeah.
are in that
A lot of the
conference.
top 10 teams
Yeah.
are in Conference USA. So
It's a really elite conference. I think we're really excited to join it. Trophy's pretty too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's cool. Yeah, you get to actually. It'll be cool to see some like conference, knock on wood, Conference USA trophies mixed in with
Yeah.
our Big Ten trophies as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think too like we've ever had a conference that I've known of for the bowling team.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's going to be a really awesome
Mhm.
time overall. And yeah, I'm really excited. Looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun.
When does that conference tournament usually take place then?
Where or when?
When? Like how
Mar-
before the actual postseason?
I think like 2 weeks probably before
Yeah.
regionals, somewhere
Yeah.
around there. It'll be after probably our spring break for school. But it'll be in that time frame later in the spring.
And it also helps out tremendously. Maybe not, because you guys never needed it, but being in a conference should help you also get seated a lot easier,
I think
correct?
so, yeah, just because that way the committee can see kind of where we finished leading into postseason.
Yeah. They'll get to see us a little bit more recently, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that's some of the best competition.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
helps
for
as
sure.
well. It's like, okay, see where these guys are at. What's it gonna be like, I guess, first time into that conference? Like, is this something that you guys have kind of been I should ask, does Coach Klempa kind of known this for a while? Was this kind of sudden? Do you guys have any sort of lead on that this maybe was going to happen?
I don't think at the time at which we left school there was a lead on.
There was no like talk of it really. I mean, I think there was always a possibility, but nobody was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, we could join Conference USA." Like we didn't really know.
I think we knew we wanted to.
Yeah.
With that situation. I think it wasn't till beginning midsummer that it really kind of got pushed into plans. So
I'd imagine everybody was more excited than not excited in terms of joining
Oh,
a
yeah,
conference.
I think so.
I would think so. I mean, we're still playing a lot of like it doesn't really change who we play during the regular season. We're still playing a lot of teams that are already in Conference
Yeah.
USA. So
The only difference for us is we get to compete one more time, and we probably won't get the full spring break, but we'll live. We're here to bowl.
that's okay.
Did
we
forget about
enjoy.
that part. You guys don't get a whole lot of breaks, and that's going to take that one out.
It's
I
all
mean,
good.
yeah, last year I didn't even go like some of us didn't even go home anyways. We're like, well, we get half a spring break as it is. So
Yeah. So it's all good.
yeah.
It'll be fun. We can hang out together, do other stuff over spring break. So
Yeah.
no big deal there.
Not worry about classes.
Yep.
That is true. Now, all your friends are forced to stick around as well, so you
Mhm.
guys can
Yeah.
do stuff if you want to. 12 teams ish in the, I say ish
Yeah.
because we'll talk about that as well. SFA,
Yeah.
you guys, we talked about it off air, and I'm not going to ask you the exact reason, but surprised to see SFA's program kind of in the, I mean, it's falling apart is what it feels like. Where do you guys stand? Just totally unbiased, like, is that program going to be out of Conference USA? Is that whole polling program done? Because that is, one of the better competitors.
Yeah.
That's competition for anyone who's competing for a title.
I mean, they're always like very much in the conversation when it comes to postseason. So it's kind of sad if they aren't rejoining. I don't know how it's going to work, but
It sounds like they won't have
it's
a
sad
team
if
at all
they
based on.
aren't.
Yeah.
Then that's upsetting.
Yeah, I think the situation and the way things that kind of went down there, I obviously don't know all the ins and
Yeah.
outs of it, but I think that there were probably some issues, and I don't know if I totally agree with how everything went down with just what they had to do with their program. But But
It's
I think
just-
a lot of their players did end up transferring.
Yeah.
Can't blame them.
Yeah, no, you want to continue your education and all that stuff, and I'm sure their coach absolutely has no blame there either. But I don't know if they were to get reinstated, how that would look.
Mhm.
I do think, though, if they don't get reinstated, it is kind of hard
Yeah.
just for bowling as a sport, but
Mhm.
also just collegiate athletics. I'm not sure. I think if they want to say, oh, they cut it for financial reasons, it's hard just because of that. And then I think they have a male coach that they're paying a lot of money to right now. So it's just,
Yeah,
it goes back to Title IX and all that stuff. And it's just really, really hard and complicated. And you just hope that those things stay in place and that things get ruled the way that maybe they should or maybe what's fair. And we'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
But
I'd like to say they value
Yes.
fairness very highly, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, how a lot of these decisions are made. I mean, the NIL and the conference realignment, obviously, all that with the House versus NC
yeah.
AA settlement. I'd imagine that probably had some stake into it. Just
Yeah.
revenues kind of getting
Oh,
slushed around. Everyone's trying to figure out how much money do I need for X,
Yes.
Y, and Z. I guys don't know if you saw it. David Booth pumped in $300 million to Kansas alone for college football, or not college football, but $300 million just in a single donation, which is just
I did see that.
an insane amount
Crazy.
of money that gets thrown around everywhere. So I don't know. Maybe if they needed David Booth donate, they would
Yeah.
take probably $1 million and that program's
Oh,
back up
yeah.
and maybe running. When it comes to Nebraska, and I want to ask you to name schools, like I think Troy Dannon's done a good job so far, and I want to ask you to give Troy Dannon a grade. But when you go out in Nebraska bowling, do you kind of see the differences of even the competition you play where it's like, man, we have maybe a little bit more equipment, we're set up better, how we train? Do you feel like there's difference just even in your realm of what teams have competitively compared to others?
Yeah.
Yeah. Comparatively, I think we have the most resources probably out of anyone.
easily.
The closest one would be Vanderbilt. Obviously, they have a really good program. They
Yeah.
have a lot of money at that school too. Just with what it is, their alumni make a lot of money, so they can give a lot of money back. But I think it's definitely between us two for the top. And I'm biased, but I think that we have probably the best
Yeah.
resources, and I think that it's just visible for us to be able
Yeah.
to train in the
You
things
see
that
it
we
on
have.
the visits too. Like
Yeah.
you don't see the things that we have everywhere.
Mm-mm. So, and just even the continued work that they're putting into things, building the new building, doing all those things for us. Like we get so much as bowlers in general. Like like when we go to tournaments, yeah, we have the newest equipment. We drill new balls before nationals. We do all these things, but also too when it just comes back to a fundamental like student athlete idea,
Yeah.
like any student athlete at this school has so much. So
Yeah, that is true because you guys do crossover a lot of in that new facility.
Facilities, yeah.
Still just insane.
It's
our
so nice.
Starbucks is pretty crazy.
Yeah, we have
too.
Starbucks now.
That's like such the low light. You get that nutrition training table. Starbucks, great. I'm glad they have it for
Okay,
you
but,
guys.
like,
But who
the
needs the
thing is-
coffee when you have that spread and chefs just cooking everything up for you on the spot?
Yeah, but so yes, I agree with you because training table, if I had to pick one or the other, I would pick training table
Oh,
every day.
yeah.
But the fact that we have a student athlete like in staff
Starbucks.
only Starbucks is kind of ridiculous if you
Oh,
think
it's
about
student
it.
athlete only Starbucks.
Like no, the staff there can get it too.
Oh, student athlete and
Student
staff.
athlete and staff, but only the people that have access to that building.
Like
Mm.
athletic stuff.
So
That
only
is
like
nice.
athletic
Okay.
people have access to that Starbucks, which I just think is crazy. It's just like, oh yeah, if you come here, like you can have your own Starbucks.
Is it free?
No.
No.
Okay, that'd be really crazy.
That would be
That would be-
crazy.
I think
No.
there would be a really long line.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, they'd
just-
go.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to
They
support
wouldn't be
that.
able to pay any athletes either. because
Yeah.
they'd be paying us-
We'd be
yeah.
We need 10 million for our
Spending it at
Starbucks.
Yeah, we need that $300 million donation right there.
Starbucks or Dunkin's? Which one would you rather have in there?
Starbucks.
All right. Starbucks is good. I won't give it with a full downhill though. But Mill is the best. I still recommend. Locally,
Oh, yes.
1040 O Street, the Mill. Hey, sometimes you're on the road and all you have is a Starbucks. So
I know.
no shame on them. either.
I will say though, going back to earlier, I got a Neapolitan latte at the Starbucks in Guatemala.
How does that
Strawberry,
even
chocolate, and
made?
vanilla.
Like they put all
Gross.
the sauces in the cup.
Yes, it was crazy.
Did it taste gross?
Interesting.
It tasted like a Neapolitan. I didn't drink the whole thing because it was kind of funky, but it was kind of good.
So okay.
It wasn't like bad, but it wasn't like
If my
my first
latte's
choice.
funky, I don't know if I would. I think that's bad.
It was just weird having like a fruity latte. I usually don't go for that stuff.
Okay.
So
Fair enough. Talking about facilities, we got on the coffee. Training table. That's where I wanted to go. How much do you guys miss training table? Are any of you excited to be back at it?
Oh, I was so happy the first day. I went to breakfast this morning just so I could eat an omelet. because I didn't want to make it, and I was like, oh, I can just go to training table.
That's awesome.
And I tried to make them this summer, and they just
It's harder than you
it
think.
didn't taste the same. I was like,
Oh.
I put the same stuff in. I don't understand where the problem here is. I guess I'm the problem. But yeah, my omelet was great. Happy to be back at training table.
Excited to not have to do dishes all
Yep.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a good home cooked meal. I feel like it's healthier and like rewarding when you like cook your own meal. And you
Mhm.
get to eat it. But
But
not
training
having to do
table's also
dishes.
cooking it.
Oh yeah, they're
Mhm.
cooking it. We got the fruit bar. Don't have to spend all the money on groceries. It's a great time.
Yeah, ice cream.
They do have the ice cream machine in there. I feel
Yeah.
like that thing's in and out. Is it a permanent structure that you guys, the student
It's, like,
athletes, get ice
always
cream, or do they take it
there.
away when you guys are
No, the
acting
ice
up?
cream is always there now.
Sometimes it just wasn't like working last year.
Yeah.
But
But,
that
like,
was like a rare occurrence.
2 years ago, we used to have
A
watching my
fridge.
freshman year, they used
Yeah.
to serve us dessert every single night. And then they went down to just having like an ice cream freezer and occasional dessert. And then they got rid of almost everything in the ice cream freezer, so we didn't really have ice cream. And then now we just have a perpetual ice cream machine with toppings. But they put like the
They
low
put
fat
more-
ice cream in it.
Yeah.
That's good at least.
Yeah.
They put more toppings this year. Or at least maybe I just noticed more. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, so content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
mean, I'd be
happy.
super content there.
The food's been really good too.
Before we go to break, give me the best meal that you guys are looking forward to at training table that you've had last year or years prior. Where you're like, I hope that's back on the menu
The
this year.
freaking snow crab legs.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes.
One time, actually, they definitely had it more than once, but I just never noticed it. They make really good chicken noodle soup, and I had it one day, and I like wasn't feeling great, and I saw they had chicken noodle soup, and I was like, wow, this is great.
A
But
good
yeah.
chicken noodle soup is good.
Yeah.
It'll change your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Any honorable mentions before we go to break?
They had lamb last year. It was really good.
Lamb is, yeah, I do like lamb. It's got to be the right pairing though, because it is a
Yeah.
little. It's not like gamey. I don't know how to describe it.
No,
what it
it's a
tastes
different
like.
flavor for
Yeah.
sure. They just cooked it really well, so it was very tender when I had it, and it was amazing. But yeah,
Okay. Anything else?
Not lamb.
Not lamb.
Would not eat
mac
that.
and cheese.
Yeah, they always like switch up their mac and cheese though.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to just like yesterday they had pimento mac and cheese, and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. So I like their variations of pasta. I've never really had a bad pasta at training table, I don't think.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I am jealous. I'll say that much. Like even if I was at school, not like I'd be able to go eat there anyways at that training table. But it's one of the probably the cooler things that student athletes get to experience right now is that training table and having that stuff cooked up on a daily basis. All right, we got to throw it to break though. One more segment on the other side. The debut of the second season of the show anyway. Spirit time. We got Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling. One more segment on the other side.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Back to Spare Time, sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here are your hosts, Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr.
Welcome back to Spare Time with Kayla Starr and Jillian Martin. Harrison, what's the number?
That's crazy.
402-464-5685.
The text line. Make sure you come, listen,
talk with us.
Yep.
That is indeed Sarah Hammond text line. All right, 4 minutes left. Guys, what do you guys want to talk about? We always used to do the Mount Rushmores. It is your show. You can change it for segment number 3. You can also just continue to recap what is the summer, or even talk a little bit about the future and maybe what you're excited about.
I feel like we can talk future.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore season. Like events.
Oh, Mount Rushmore of events. That's
Yeah.
good.
Mount Rushmore of events.
Like that we're going to this
going
year.
to.
Oh, that's a good one. All right.
Right?
You guys can kick it off.
Well, I guess we're going there twice, but when we go to New Orleans.
Yeah, I feel like we should get rid of postseason
Okay,
Not
then when we
obvious.
go to New Orleans and
for Tulane.
yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Northeast Classic.
Yeah, because we both good there.
Yeah, I love that tournament.
Was that Ohio State or Ohio, the Northeast Classic?
No,
that's
one's
in Delaware.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys went 13 or no?
Mhm.
Okay.
Orlando.
You know, I'm just happy you didn't take it. The home tournament.
Oh.
We have so many good teams I think
Yeah.
that are going to be coming to our
Home
home
tournament's
tournament
gonna
this
be really
year.
good.
It's like more of an invitational. So it's going to be a really fun one. So everyone needs to come out and watch.
NCAT, because I've bowled there before, but not like
Valid.
recently. It's been a really long time, and it's kind of close to home, so I can see my parents.
I know historically we haven't bowled like the best there, but I like PVAMU a lot because I really like
Yeah.
going to the ITRC.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the stops right now. Orlando is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that.
I'll go. I think Youngstown's just exciting to go to. Like it's like, oh, we know this is the first event of the year, and that little cafe's good.
I know that was gonna be my last one, so now I gotta reevaluate.
What's Lockport, Illinois like?
Wait, are we going there?
That's last year's.
That's last year's.
Yep.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
I was like, we are not going there this year. I mean, we haven't been. Oh, I guess we go to PVMU. I think it'll be interesting to go to Louisiana Tech's tournament.
Yeah.
Because haven't been before, so that'll be a different one.
Have you bowled there?
Different part of Texas. I don't think so. Where is it?
Cityview.
Oh yes, I've bowled at Cityview. Yeah. So that'll be a
And there's
cool
an
one.
In and Out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you guys get to go to North Carolina as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'll be really cool. We have a lot of nice tournaments this year, so it's gonna be a fun one.
I like
for
our
sure.
schedule. Only one
Yeah.
bus trip too, which I like
Oh,
the
yeah,
bus trips.
Maryville's tournament.
But I always felt like I was gonna get sick on the bus.
This one will be a short bus trip, so that's
Yeah.
also nice.
What's the longest road trip you guys did on the bus as a team?
It's like 13 hours.
Well, it was to Kenosha, which is not that long, but when you account for
Bus.
yeah, all the other stuff.
Stopping and people.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit.
Bathroom breaks.
Yeah, driver switches.
Yeah.
We had like
Yeah.
the march to DC for like I was a Catholic school. We had people that went and but it was like where they march around for like rights or whatever. I won't go in detail, but it was like a 17-hour bus ride and that looked and sounded miserable. They were sending like Snapchats. It looked gross in there. It looked greasy.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the long bus trips? Like is it fun to do one once in a blue moon or would you rather fly every time?
Okay, hear me out though. Our bus trips are not that bad because
No.
we get our own row to like
Yeah.
sleep.
So it's really
That's
like
true.
I'm not stuffy, but like the first time I was on the bus, I was sick. So I just felt like I
Yeah.
felt gross just being on the bus all day. And the next time was a Super Bowl. That wasn't that bad. But like just remembering that the last time I was on the bus, I was sick and it just really like threw me off.
Yeah. I think too, like, I was in the marching band in high school and we drove to Disney, which is almost 24 hours. And we were on a bus and the bus was full.
That's pretty bad.
And we had to sleep on the bus. And that, oh my God, no. So, like, doing it for this stuff is really not that bad. But I think too, this bus ride will be a short, like 6-7 hour one. So it'll be nice.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad at all. Have you guys gotten to take the private jet yet?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No.
Sorry. It was my freshman
No,
year.
you have. We have not.
Yeah, Kath and I are the only ones on the team.
I keep asking Coach, so when are we going to take it? And he's like,
Oh, but Catherine didn't go, so it's only me.
here we go.
It's crazy how fast time flies.
I remember seeing
And the
that
private jet
because I
flies
remember you
faster.
snapped me and you were like, on the private jet.
That was pretty cool.
It was
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure. That's why I was asked. Like, I'd imagine the people that know that it happened are just chomping at the bits. Do you guys like?
We
bother-
ask him every year.
You
We're
do?
like, so are we going to fly private this year? And he's like, no, it's not happening.
We'll see. Maybe if the bag prices
Hopefully.
get high enough without Southwest.
Yeah, or like one of our flights, like how every time we used to go to Arky,
Yeah.
like there would be a bad snowstorm and then all the flights would cancel, but somehow the private jet would still be able to go.
Yeah, Jillian, how did you get the private jet the first time?
That
I'm
looks
trying to
like
remember.
Anywho.
It is Kayla. She has the bowling sticker on her car.
Oh my gosh, guys. Shout out to Kayla Verstrady.
She's driving by the radio
She's
station.
driving by the ticket
Somebody's
right
in
now.
her car.
Anyway,
I'm just doxing Kayla Verstrady on the street. No, shout out Kayla Verstrady. She might be listening.
I think she'll be okay.
Real quick, I was gonna ask, how'd you get the private jet
I
first
think
time
it's
around?
because there was something with like COVID and we needed to hit a certain quota. So they told us to take it.
That's right.
But they didn't tell us the price before we took it. And then we found out the price after we took it. And then I think that it just hasn't happened since because that price is pretty high.
Oops.
Okay, maybe I understand Coach Clump a little bit more on that one then. All right, makes sense. But with that being said, we got to wrap it up here. It is back, spare time. Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr. Also, another bowling show that will be coming up here in not too long either. So stay tuned, I should say. Ticket falls back. Student athletes are back. Football's here on Thursday. Volleyball's already 2-0. And like I said, the bowling shows are in studio as well. Don't go anywhere, though. We got DP coming up next. He'll join me for a couple of hours here, right here on 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.